We are serving up Bitchen in the Kitchen realness this week as we discuss fabulous food.
Bitchen in the kitchen or crying in the bedroom all night.
The no bullshit real world benefits of subscription meal kits. Offensively substandard eggplant at an Italian festa. Triumphant pizza ordering. And a tale of saint-splaining. Because sometimes they just can't not. Welcome to Pitney and Amelia's Bitchen Boutique!
We may be awful,
But we're right! So, I'm not sure exactly how long, but it's been it's probably been a year now. My husband and I have been, I'll just go ahead and say which meal prep, I don't even know, meal kit, meal delivery, I don't know what to call it, but we've been using, HelloFresh, and it is like the coolest fucking thing, and I swear to God, like, this is not like a sponsored thing, but God damn it, I should be an ambassador for them, because I'm a perfect example of exactly what HelloFresh can do for you.
Oh, and I love the idea of it, because I remember when I was on my own, I would always go crazy and buy all this shit at the store. Half of what I would buy would go bad because I would never use it. So when you have that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Because that is the biggest, my number one thing, and I'm sure there are people listening who are thinking, oh, but isn't it expensive to get, to get on one of those plans? What's expensive is throwing shit away that you didn't eat. You bought a bunch of produce and it went bad in your fridge.
Oh, I was the king of that. Oh, yes.
I mean, that is the worst feeling in the world to me. Mm-hmm. And every time I would write up a shopping list, every time I would try to plan a menu, because it's not like I was going to the grocery store every 2 or 3 days. It's like you were having to plan your life for a week or 2 weeks. Like, you had to know what am I going to want to eat for dinner next Wednesday? Mm-hmm. You don't fucking know what you're going to feel like. You're having to plan out your life. And I used to try to be like, oh, I'm going to be so organized. I'm going to do a thing like I'm going to brown 3 pounds of ground beef on this day, and then I'm going to separate it, and I'm going to use it in 3 different dinners.
Hell no.
It's like that is a fucking pipe dream. No one really does that. That is bullshit. So
yeah, and what I used to do is I would make big crock pots of stuff. And it would always be really, really good.
I only know how to cook for an army.
But it was just me.
Exactly. I don't know how to cook small quantities
and then
of food.
I'd be like, oh my God, there is day 6 of me eating these, curried white beans with blah, 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 blah. Fuck it. And then I would throw it all in the garbage.
And even if something freezes well, even if it's, for a while, I would make all these things and I would freeze them and I would give them to my parents, and then they would just end up getting thrown away because, it's like...
Yeah, and I got to the point where, I would give stuff to, Brian, my landlord.
Yeah.
And, but I was giving him so much stuff, it would get to the point where I'd be, so, you want some of this? He's like, no.
You're basically imposing on people. My parents got to the point where I thought I was being so nice to them And it was like, oh my God, what are we going to do with all this food? Who's going to eat all this food? And I'm like,
yeah.
But you are, though. You're going to eat it. It's food for you. I'm trying to help you guys have food in the house that's like homemade food. And then
Yeah, but they don't want it, you know.
There were times when I would go over there, like, I would make, like, little single-serving things that would be small because I knew their appetites weren't huge. I would make these little things, like, I would make, like, a few meatballs, and I would take frozen raviolis that were pre-made, like, from the grocery store, put them all in a thing, and then they could put that in the microwave, and then a few spoons of, like, from a jar of sauce that they always had in the fridge. It's like, oh, look, you have meatballs and some raviolis and some sauce. That's a dinner. There were times when, like, my sister and her husband would be there. And I would go by the house to do something, and my brother-in-law would be sitting there eating the food that I made out of the freezer, and I'm like, this isn't for you. This isn't for you. God damn it. I'm trying to make protein, like healthy protein-rich food for old people.
And the funny thing is, like, I would always make, like, these really nutritious, good for you things, and have a ton of it. But when I was really hungry, I'd have a huge pot of something, right? I would totally ignore it, and I would just microwave a hot dog.
Well, see, now, I never had stuff like that in the house. That's another thing. I would make, now see, that was another thing, like, it also was very, very different when I started working at home. Because when I was packing a lunch to go to work every day, that was a very different thing, because if I'm taking a lunch to work every day, that's different than walking down to my own kitchen and I guess I'm going to make myself something to eat in the middle of my work day. So, but the thing about, so like the thing that HelloFresh solved for me, and it also kind of the timing of it also, like when my husband got his diagnosis of diabetes. And so he and I had already been kind of struggling with like portion sizes and stuff. And because I only know how to cook for an army, like I only know how to cook like gallons of food at a time.
I know. Yeah, me too.
You know, I don't know how to make only 2 servings of spaghetti. Like I really do not know how to do that. I don't know how to make enough sauce for only 2 servings of spaghetti. I don't know how to do it. You know, and so
I know, girl, I know.
It's fucking impossible. So the beauty of HelloFresh is that you basically tell it there are 2 people in my house, and you tell it like the minimum number of meals you are going to get per week. Like we do 3 per week, but sometimes we get 4, sometimes we get 5. It all depends on what's available that week.
Yeah.
But we get a minimum of 3, and they just give you this huge variety of things, and you just sort of pick, and then they come in these little, like, it's like a little paper bag that has all of your ingredients. And I mean, there are times when, sometimes I dump out the bag and I just laugh, because sometimes there's like one single sad little clove of garlic. And sometimes it's, you know, when you bust open a head of garlic, and sometimes it's these big, beautiful, fat cloves, and sometimes it's those skinny little cloves from the middle. And it's like, those, you should give me 3 or 4 of those. Like, because one of those is not a thing.
Because this is all you need for 2 people, though. Yeah.
No, because that's like just saying the word garlic over some food. That's not even a thing. You know, but I've invested in a zester. I've invested in, I got a really good peeler. I got a peeler that, I got rid of my old shitty vegetable peeler, and I got one that is like fucking razor sharp, and it peels normal on one side, and then the other side it peels like in strips. So like if I wanted to fucking shred a carrot, I can peel it first and then flip the thing around and fucking shred a carrot. It's terribly exciting.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've had fun doing that.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, yes.
I have invested in, like, all these little, like silicone, like, scoopy things. Like, so after I cut up all these things, I can just scoop them all up and put them in the pot. So I don't have to, like, just carry it all in my hands. I'm gonna invest in better sheet pans, because God, I use a lot of sheet pans now. But they give you, like, if you only need, a tablespoon of some weird spice, there's, like, these weird, like, sometimes it'll be like, oh, Tunisian spiced meatballs with, couscous and whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not something I would ever make.
Yeah.
Like, it might be something I would order in a restaurant, but it's not something I would necessarily cook for myself. Just
enough of the spice for 2 servings?
It's like a little it's like a little tear off the top, but every so often...
See, that's fabulous.
Every so often, you end up with a little more than you need, and so now, like, you have a little more of this spice you've never even heard of before, but now you fucking love it, and now you have a little bit more that you could use for something. And, like, we had the other night, it was like these Moroccan meatballs, and they gave us, like, these little packages of apricot jam, that after you're, like rolling these Moroccan spiced meatballs around in the skillet, then you, like, take this apricot jam that you've put in a bowl with a little bit of water to thin it out, and then you pour it over the top to glaze them.
Ooh,
God
that sounds fabulous.
Damn it. God damn it.
See, I would never do that shit.
But it's so fucking good.
Ever. But if I did have something like HelloFresh that I had all the stuff and it told me what to do, I would totally do it.
And it really...
So I think it's great. Is it expensive?
The thing is that it, because it's I do end up spending, like, oh God, I'm going to say on average $80 a week.
Uh-huh.
But that's $80 a week I am not spending in the grocery store.
And what is that? That's 6 meals?
That's like 3 meals for 2 people.
Yeah, so that's 6 meals.
Yeah, that's basically 6 meals.
So that's not bad.
That is not bad. And that's...
I mean, me and Mom went today. We went to go have lunch at the little, the bar thing at Whole Foods.
Yeah.
I spent $34 on fucking lunch for me and Mom at Whole Foods. Easily.
Yeah.
That is way more expensive than getting gourmet stuff from HelloFresh.
And you are literally, and like I said, you are literally not wasting one bit of food. The only thing you ever have to get is, like, I have now, like, I'm always keeping, like, that I'm always have a good bottle of olive oil in the house, and a bottle of grapeseed oil in the house. I always keep good butter in the house, because every once in a while you need another pat of butter.
See, and that's good too, because it's like, this is making you aware of stuff you need, so you have more higher quality stuff.
Right, and I'm using the olive oil so regularly that my olive oil isn't going rancid while it's sitting there.
Yeah.
Because I'm using it all the time. And it's
I mean, if I was going to say if I was single, I am single. If I was living on my own.
Right.
I would totally do that.
It's fantastic. I absolutely
I would actually enjoy it.
The Bitchen Boutique.
Yes.
I think we need to give them a thing, Spike. We can give them a drop that they can plan out their
Yes,
show.
I think we've got to find some time and get time to do that.
Right now. I think we should do it right now. Look, I'll show you how easy it is, Spike. Watch this. I'm just going to do it live.
Okay, do it live.
Like that bloke screams. I'm just going to do it live. Watch this. Hi, this is Dr. Dan from the Two Skeptical... I can't do it now. Look, I can't speak. Too much pressure. I'll try again. Take 52. Hi, this is Dr. Dan from the Two Skeptical Chaps podcast, and you are listening to the most bitchin' boutique. See? That was easy, wasn't it?
Okay.
They could send us one, we could play it as. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
Right, you do it.
Yeah.
Right, off
What do
go.
you want me to say?
Whatever comes to mind.
Hi, this is Spike from the Two Skeptical Chaps podcast, who ain't no bitch, but you're listening to the Bitchen Boutique.
Oh, that was good. I hope they use that. Let's see if they cut it and put it in their next show.
Diplomatic community.
And the variety of things that you get. Now there are, one of the things that's really fun is like cooking techniques. Some of them are kind of bullshit cooking techniques that kind of make me laugh, because sometimes it'll be like, oh, Parmesan crusted chicken. Like, you'll get like a little plastic package that'll be like 2 little chicken cutlets, or like the tiniest little package of ground beef, extremely high quality ground beef or ground pork or something. It is literally the exact amount for 2 servings.
See, that's cool.
You're not getting half a pound or a pound. You're getting this tiny little puck. And it's exactly the amount that you need.
I think that's fabulous.
And it's so fantastic. And it's like, you know, these two little tiny chicken cutlets. And one of the things that cracks me up about it is like you'll get, and every so often they'll offer like a thing that'll be like a stromboli or something, like a meatball stromboli or like an Italian sausage. Oh my God, they'll do like these sweet Italian sausage, like sausage and peppers and onions and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they'll give
that sounds fabulous, because, you know, I love anything sausage.
Oh, I know.
So that I'm already just like, oh my God, I want that.
But they'll literally give you like a can of like Pillsbury like pizza dough. And you take that and you open it, and then you cook all the fillings and you put it in there and you fold it over to make a stromboli, and you put it in the oven and you made a stromboli. And then you make your own little marinara sauce to heat it up, and then you have your own little. It's like.
See, that sounds like heaven. That's
so
fabulous.
Good. And every so often there'll be like a high end piece, like a meal that they're more expensive, obviously, but it'll be like a really fucking good like piece of steak.
Yeah.
With like.
But you can choose like what you want.
Oh yeah. It's
not like a subscription where it's not like the record club where you subscribe and then you just get all the shit you didn't want.
Right. I mean, there's like an automatic thing where it automatically picks the top 3 things on the list, but you go into the app and you unselect the ones you don't want and you select the things you want. And you can select things like I've got a thing in a few weeks. I'm getting some pumpkin chocolate chip muffins coming for me, because fuck it, because I deserve some pumpkin chocolate chip muffins. God damn it!
Amen, girl.
And I don't even have to bake them. All I have to do is heat them up because they're already made. I'm getting some chicken korma because I fucking want some.
Sounds good.
And I can get all kinds of shit. But the like the cooking techniques that make me laugh, like it'll be things like they'll give you like a chicken cutlet. And here's some shredded Parmesan cheese and some panko and some sort of spice blend. And then here's a little tiny, like those little tiny things, like if you get the baked potato at Wendy's, and it'll give you like that little thing that has the sour cream in it.
Oh,
that you tear open. So you'll get one of those of sour cream. It's like a tiny little dollop of sour cream. So you smear sour cream on the chicken cutlet. And then you mound the mix. You mix up the Parmesan cheese, and the panko crumbs and the spice mixture, and you mound that on top of the chicken cutlet, and then you put it in the oven. Okay, that is not crusting a chicken cutlet, and the thing is, it's delicious. And smearing sour cream on a piece of chicken actually is kind of fantastic, and it really does something.
That sounds good.
It actually does something to the chicken. It's really kind of fantastic. But that shit don't stick. Like, it's kind of dumb.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you're
It's
actually,
just,
like when we did the bitchin' in the kitchen and we talked about, chicken parmesan, you gotta make it dry enough for the breading to stick. The smearing.
Well, yeah, and then you dip it, and then that's...
And you coat it with flour to make
what
it
I know
fucking
to do,
dry
yeah.
so the breading will stick. It's like this method is actually stupid. It's delicious, but it's stupid.
Speaking of the lack of breading,
Okay.
I went to the Italian Festa last weekend.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you would think at the Italian Festa they know how to make eggplant.
You would think.
Oh, honey,
You
no.
would think.
It was literally, you slice up an eggplant, there's some hot oil, you throw it in for 10 seconds, you flip it over for 10 seconds, just stick it on a sandwich, and you serve it.
Oh, fuck that.
It was not breaded.
Was it even fully cooked?
No, and I was going to say it was fucking raw.
Oh, that's so gross. That's some hippie bullshit is what that is.
An Italian eggplant sandwich is breaded and fully cooked.
It is breaded. It has
It is
marinara
breaded
and parmesan.
and fried in olive oil.
Goddamn right.
And fully cooked and put on the bread with marinara. I mean, what was that horseshit?
That is so gross. I can't even handle it. That is so gross.
I was like, oh my god, these people need to, like, never be allowed back at the Italian Festa.
That's so fucking offensive. I can't even handle it. And I'm not even Italian.
That really that really offends, like, my paisano sensibilities, because I have it inbred in me.
Yes.
What it's supposed to be like to be an Italian, and that is not it.
That's some horseshit. That eggplant gave its life for that sandwich, and it was disrespected. That is some horseshit.
Yeah, so I ordered one, and my cousin Angeline ordered one, and we were both like, ew.
Oh my god.
Horrible.
That's so fucking bad.
But the polenta was good.
Well, that's good. The
polenta was
and
good.
didn't you say you bought some tapenade? Was it like take home tapenade, like in a jar?
Oh yes, they had a booth, and they had all these like different I don't know, 4 or 5 different tapenades, and you could do a little spoonful to taste.
Oh my god!
So I bought I guess it was, I don't know, Mediterranean or something, but ooh, it's fabulous. I've been eating it with a little hummus, a little goat cheese on tortillas.
Yes.
And I know it should probably be on pita bread, but excuse me.
Bread is bread.
On tortillas, because that's what I have.
Bread is bread.
But a little hummus, a little goat cheese, the tapenade, hello.
Bread is bread. That is fucking fantastic.
Saints.
Turns out there are quite a few food-related saints. Patrons of vintners and farmers and grocers and cheesemakers and stuff. But as soon as I saw that St. Lawrence of Rome was the patron saint of chefs and cooking, and also comedians, I was so intrigued that I had to read further. Now, the short version of his story goes like this. Sentenced to death by being slow roasted over an open fire, and his last words were, "Turn me over, I'm done on this side." Which I thought was awesome, and maybe not true, because are any of these stories true? I mean, if we're being honest. I mean, we're going to believe a dude's head kept talking for hours after it was chopped off, and another dude flew around the room. But really, let's make sure we listen to this historian who came up with a really detailed reason why Lawrence's story in particular was probably not worthy of credence. Because, for one thing, when everyone else is getting decapitated, why come Lawrence is gonna lie down on a gridiron? And also, did you know that when they transcribed the story, if they omitted the letter P and changed passus est, which meant he suffered, that is, he was martyred, it would read assus est, which meant he was roasted? Always some saint-splaining dude out here ruining everybody's fun. Still, though, the story has lived on long enough for him to be the patron saint of meat roasters and people roasters. So, I'm gonna go along with the dad joke. Oh my god, before I forget, make a note. As soon as I'm done talking about HelloFresh, I want you to tell the story of ordering the pizza. Okay. We won't do it right now. Okay. We will do it as soon as I'm done. So, okay, so more about HelloFresh. So I've talked about like the no waste, the fabulousness of just the variety. Like I am not kidding. Like you basically you can sign up for like if you want all like kind of meat and potatoes-y things. The one thing that you can sign up to be like if you're a vegetarian, you can sign up for a vegetarian like program.
Oh, I was just going to ask you. So do they have vegan too, or just vegetarian?
They've only just recently started a vegan option. I don't think they have a fully vegan program yet because they've only just started it. But
interesting.
But I'm very curious about it.
That's cool.
But it's very cool. And they have like a pescatarian thing. The problem I have with the pescatarian thing is it's all fucking shrimp, and I am wary of shrimp because I have gotten violently ill on shrimp, and so shrimp tastes like vomit to me now.
I remember, yeah.
Whenever you've gotten very, very sick.
But there's like so many other kinds of fish. I mean,
and yet, most of the seafood options they give us are shrimp. But, like they recently put like big pan-seared sea scallops on one of their options, and you goddamn right I put that down as like click.
Oh my god, I love scallops.
That's weeks in the future, but it's on my list. It's coming. I'm gonna get it.
Oh, tell me when it is. I'll fly out.
I'm not getting enough for 3 people. Every once in a while we'll just get. But the weird thing is like my husband hates green beans. Like he has like this aversion to green beans, which was cute when we were first dating, and like my family is very into green beans. His family eats a hell of a lot of green beans. Like his relatives in Arkansas, like grow them, and they live off of them sometimes. And my family has been known to live off of them at times. But like. Green beans was like a main dish when I was growing up. There were times when we would...
Oh, me too. It was green beans with boiled potatoes and red onions, and then mixed together with like vinegar and oil, and that was like...
For us, it was like you'd throw a ham... You have the green beans boiling all day with a ham hock and boiled potatoes in there, and you would eat it with like fresh sliced tomatoes on the side. Like, sliced tomatoes, for some reason, go so beautifully with green beans that are cooked in ham fat. I don't know why. But it's just, like, this perfect thing.
Oh, that sounds good.
And even though my husband, like, despises them, he did eat them to be nice. Before I really fully understood how much he hates them. Like, if I went to his parents' house and they were serving okra and nothing but okra, I would find a way to choke down the okra.
Yeah.
But if it's just one of many foods on the plate, I don't have to eat the fucking okra,
Yeah,
but he apparently when he was a baby, there was a period where green beans was the only food he could keep down. I know that you look at my husband and you can't believe there was ever a time when he couldn't keep food down. But he was a sickly baby who couldn't keep food in him, and that's why he has an enormous scar across his belly, because he was a sick baby. But
oh, baby Feely and Al.
But that's why he has an aversion to green beans, because when he was a baby, he ate nothing but green beans, apparently. But so there are times, and sometimes you can switch. The reason I mention it is there are times when you can switch out the vegetables, but sometimes you can't. And a lot of times, the vegetable that comes with a thing will be these beautiful green beans, and I want them, but I don't want to get. I will skip a beautiful dinner because green beans are the vegetable.
Oh.
Because I feel bad. He would just say, well, you just eat all the beans. And then it's like, but then there's no food for you because that's half the food on the plate.
And you can't eat too many green beans. They're dangerous because it's a diuretic.
Green beans are?
Green beans are a diuretic.
Oh, God. I would...
You gotta be careful of those diuretics.
Well, thank God I drink a lot of water because it could kill me. Oh, my God. And green beans, that goes all the way back to episode 1, haricot vert.
Yeah.
It's the circle of life. Yeah, so HelloFresh is the greatest thing, and I'm sure the other meal kits are just as fabulous, but I love HelloFresh, and the way it arrives in the cute little box, and just the way the little meal kits arrive, they're just cute as hell, and it makes me so happy.
I know, I'm excited. I wish I could do it, but I'm not in a situation right now where that could be a thing.
Yeah, I don't think you and your mom, I don't think it would work for you and your mom.
No, she doesn't deal well with different and new things.
And one of the
and that's okay.
And one of the best things about it is that I don't know what I want. Well, you want what's in the bag in the fridge because you have to eat it today.
Exactly. See,
you don't
like
get a
that.
choice.
I like that.
That aspect of it is probably, if you are not good at the decision making, like, weeks ahead of time, you can like click the little thing on the app weeks ahead of time. Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, that looks good. And then a box shows up on your porch, and you bring it in and you put it in the fridge, and you have a week to eat that shit because another box is going to show up.
Fuck yeah, I forgot about this. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, I want to do that.
It's like fucking Christmas, and then you have a week to eat these things because another one's going to come, and you don't have too many choices because you just have however many bags you have. And whatever it is, it's going to be good. And it never takes more than, I think that the time is never more than like 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. And that's like
prep. Which is amazing.
That's like prep and cooking time.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Because you're only making small servings, and they've really simplified the process, and everything is very small pieces. Mm-hmm. And they've really simplified I mean, sometimes, and for me, the number one thing that I fucking suck at is if I'm trying to cook multiple things to land on a plate at the same time, I cannot do that. But if you follow the directions, step 1, turn on the oven. Step 2, put on a pot of water to boil. Step 3, wash and cut up all your vegetables right now. Step 4, now pat the chicken dry and set it aside. Step 5, do this. If you do everything in the order they tell you, it will all be done at the same time.
See, I like that.
Because it's fucking science and they know what they're doing. You just follow their goddamn instructions. Part of my problem is I'm learning that I'm not as good at following instructions as I should be, and I need to goddamn follow the instructions in order.
I'm not.
But I'm getting better at it.
Oh, I'm totally
Because there are times when I'm halfway through it and I haven't even touched the fucking lemon, and I'm like, where does the lemon come in? I'm like, oh, was I supposed to zest the lemon in like step 2?
Step 2,
yeah.
Yeah.
Where does does the lemon come in? Oh, fuck, the lemon was supposed to be in that.
That
God
sounds
damn
like
it.
me. Yeah.
I was supposed to have zested the lemon 10 minutes ago. God damn it. You know. Yeah. I'm terrible. But, and it's like, it keeps you on a variety of food. You're not making the same fucking dinner every day because it's easier. You're forced to have a variety of food, and it's always good. And if it doesn't turn out, it's not your fault, it's theirs, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think that sounds fabulous. I wish I could do it, but right now I can't.
But it's fun. And, you know, and I'm learning fun new things. You know, I'm learning how to make weird stuff. And I'm learning that I love slicing and roasting carrots in the oven. Goddamn, tossing some carrots and some slicing and tossing carrots in oil and putting them on a sheet pan in the oven at 425 for like 20 minutes. God damn it. It's one of my favorite things in the world right now. Yeah, so everyone should get HelloFresh. If you can, I highly recommend it if you have the means.
Yeah, it sounds good. I wish
So
I
good.
could.
So
Someday.
good. Yay.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Maddie.
Do you like horror movies?
I sure do.
Well, did you know that most horror movies are inspired by real-life horror?
Really? Like what?
Well, take The Shining, for instance. That's based on Stephen King's real-life addictions, or The Purge, which could be our country any minute now.
Oh, and The Strangers, which is based on a real-life murder. People should be talking about these things.
Hey, guys.
Oh, hey, Producer Michael.
Hi.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but somebody already is. It's you.
That's right. We are FriGay the 13th, the podcast where we talk about horror in real life and horror in media, all from an LGBTQ perspective.
Because we gay, y'all.
We are proud members of the Legion Podcast Network, and we can be found on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, or wherever your favorite podcasts are found.
And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Come along with us on this crazy journey, and as always,
Get slayed.
Oh my god. Okay, I want the pizza story. Because I love the pizza
my God. Okay, so, you know, I told you that I had some cousins visiting me last week.
Yes.
Right?
Some of your cousins
visiting.
are known to our listeners because they are kind of assholes.
Yes, they are part of what I call the organic elite.
Yes.
And I say that disparagingly, right?
Yes.
Well, two things about the organic elite on this particular trip. And, you know, regular listeners will remember about the thing of, you know, my mom being offended of them not eating the food that she would cook. But, I don't know, let's say a week ago yesterday? Maybe 5 days ago? I don't know. My mom, my poor sweet 89-year-old mother, made this huge fucking thing of making a big breakfast for me and her and 5 cousins. 5.
God, that's a lot of people.
That is sweet. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. One of my cousins, I don't know if I can eat these eggs. Are they organic? She would not eat the fucking eggs or the pancakes because my mother made them with non-organic eggs.
Eggs come out of a chicken's ass, and you have the nerve to worry about what that chicken had to eat.
Yeah, so this dumb bitch is on vacation visiting my 89-year-old mother who is working her ass off and made this big brunch for them. And she had the nerve to not eat some of it because it was not organic. Please, bitch, please. So anyway, so that's what I'm dealing with, right?
Right. That's just setting the stage
Yeah.
for the story that I wanted him to tell.
So we went to the Italian Festa.
Yes.
We ended up having lunch, mixed results, but we had fun, right?
Yes.
But it was so fucking hot, we ended up coming back early. In fact, it was so hot, it was my friend Sylvia's birthday, right?
Yeah.
So I had bought wine tasting for me, Sylvia, Sarah, and my cousin Gina wanted to do the wine tasting too. And I was buying it for Sylvia, for her birthday, right? Because it came with, wine. It came with wine tasting tickets and a commemorative cup and all of that.
Cute.
And anyway, so we all did that. It was so hot, I couldn't even do the wine tasting.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh no, it's tasting red wine in 93-degree heat? Not so much. So I ended up giving the rest of my tickets to Sarah and Sylvia and fucking left because I couldn't deal with it. And Gina was like, oh, we need to go and get in the air conditioning. So anyway. So that was $100 wasted, but that's okay. I have a cute wine glass. But anyway, so the food, not too hot. It was too hot, so we had to leave. So we were talking later. We were all sitting in the backyard, and we were wondering what to eat. And I was like, why don't we just order pizza? Oh, okay. Well, what do you like? And it's like, well, whatever. People have their opinions, but I'm just going to say this. Shoot me. But I love Papa John's, so that's what I wanted. So I said, okay, I like Papa John's. I am going to order Papa John's. I'll pay for it. What do y'all want?
Right.
That was a big fucking mistake to ask that question.
Of the organic elite, first of all. God.
Because it turned into, well, I don't like blah, 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 blah. And I don't like me. And I don't like, nobody was telling me what they wanted. I had 4 or 5 people telling me what they didn't like. Including a friend of mine who was there who's not even a member of the fucking family who was telling me what she doesn't want.
So they're all saying, well, I don't like pepperoni. Well, I don't like green bell pepper. Well, I don't like...
Oh my God. I was so fucking frustrated. So finally I said, you know what? Y'all just shut the hell up. And I am going to order 3 pizzas. And I'm going to order whatever the fuck I want. And y'all are gonna like it.
Yeah, eat it or don't eat it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I was like, y'all are gonna like it. And I did, and I'll be damned, it all got eaten. And I didn't hear a fucking word. But Miss Angeline, she gave me the looks like if they were daggers coming out of her eyes, I would have been dead. How dare I talk like that? And how dare, Because she's the oldest of all the cousins. Mm-hmm. She's 76.
Oh my God.
She is very much a Montalbano woman.
Yep.
Which means she is a controlling, judgmental cunt.
Yep.
And ooh, bitch. And then the next day after that, Mom and the other cousins had gone out, came back, blah, 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 blah. But Angeline had to come back to the house because she was going someplace else, right? So I was like, I'm home, just come in, whatever. So anyway, she came home. It was just me and her. I was doing my thing. And I was like, I tried to talk with her. Totally gave me the cold shoulder. She did the Montalbano thing. Totally gave me the cold shoulder. Would not talk to me. Would not look at me.
Oh my God.
And I was just like,
How dare you feed her? How dare you? Oh, and... Can we talk about how much 3 pizzas cost? Because that blew my mind.
Okay, so with the tip and everything?
Because I have not ordered pizzas in a really long time, and I mean, the cost of what a pizza costs to order in California, I almost fainted.
Yeah, with the tip and everything, for 3 pizzas, 3 large pizzas, I paid $106.
God damn it! I mean, that may not freak anyone else out, but I just like, what?
So those people better shut the fuck up and
Yes!
eat. And they did.
And eat the fucking pizza, you goddamn ingrates. Every goddamn
And they
last
did,
one of
but
them.
I was so mad, and Angeline just gave me this look of like, how dare you? You know.
Yeah, it's fucking food. Eat it.
Yeah, but the next day, in my house, she snubbed me and went and talked to me. But then, after they left, I got a text. I had such a nice visit. It was so good to see you. You take good care. I'm just...
Fucking fake bullshit. God damn it. God damn it.
I've never liked her, though, her with her goddamn dark sunglasses. Her permed hair and her goddamn dark sunglasses.
Oh my god.
I've never liked her, and that's okay.
I
love her sisters.
Is she totally like someone who would have been in the goddamn Gucci family? Is she totally one of those people?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, she is totally... Let's put it this way. She is totally one of the Montalbano women. Yeah, I mean, she's the first grandchild.
Yeah.
She is totally one of the Montalbano sisters, which means judgmental, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, God. Oh.
So.
Oh,
but I've
God.
never liked her particularly.
Nah.
And I know when this is all said and done over here, I'll never see her again, and that's okay. I'll see my other cousins. I'll see my other cousins for sure. I'll see her sisters. I'll never see her again.
Oh, yeah. There's no reason.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm just like, okay, bitch, I'll send you some organic eggs for Christmas.
Oh, my God. You know what? Oh, my God. You should have a truckload of organic manure shipped to her house. With a big red bow on it. Love, Pitney.
Oh, my God. Oh, I love manure.
I know. It's organic.
Oh, I wish I could sleep on manure every night.
But not organic, because that's too elite. Actually, I don't know. Is there such a thing as non-organic manure?
I don't know. I bet some crazy hippie people have found a way to somehow make that so.
Like if meat-eating animals, like the shit of meat-eating animals is probably considered non-organic manure.
I guess.
Because
I don't know.
it doesn't have the right particles in it.
Yeah, but oh God, I love manure.
I mean, we have to have an episode at least once a year that talks about manure.
Well, I've talked about on the show my love for manure.
At least once a year.
Yes, yeah.
So,
people don't understand.
I don't. I mean, I don't, so if I don't, surely no one else does.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoy our show, please take a moment to rate us and review us on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher.
If you send us a screenshot of your review, we'll send you a Bitchen Boutique sticker.
Everyone loves stickers. Please subscribe or add us to your favorites wherever you get your podcasts.
Subscribers get new episodes first and are also more attractive.
Drop us a line anytime at PitneyAndAmelia@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Oh, anyway, I'm going to start a cult that worships manure.
The essence of Manu Ray that gets sprinkled on high-end hipster food. Callback.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway.
Oh, my God.